Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Chess, and my name is Nelson, and actually this is the first time I'm coming live in our official page Coding Chess, and so I'm really excited today. And for those of you seeing me for the first time, my name is Nelson, as I said initially, and I'm a software developer at Coding Chess, and I do some other stuff and programming. So yeah, thanks for joining live if you're here with me. And so what I had basically today to say, what I want to discuss today is getting started as a programmer, getting started as a beginner in programming. Well, first of all, I really want to actually thank the community here in Coding Chess. I want to thank everyone, and I'm so super excited for the community who built the standard and the commitment, and the love, the support I get from you guys. It's really overwhelming to me, you understand. I appreciate it a lot. And so we have 20k followers on Facebook and 11,000 likes on Facebook. So that's something really huge to me, and I appreciate this a lot. So I get tons of questions most of the times in my DM, and most especially the topic I have today to discuss: getting started as a beginner in programming. So how do you get started as a beginner in programming? Well, it all depends on you. So first off, I tell most people that ask me this question that, what do you like about programming? You understand? So what do you want? Is it that you want to be a cybersecurity personnel, or you want to venture into web designing and web development, or you want to venture into software development? Well, the field is really huge, the field is really big, so it all depends on you to choose, and all depends on whatever you want. But basically, I'm here to break down this for you, giving you a roadmap to what you want, you understand. If it's software development, so I'm gonna give you a roadmap to software development, because I myself, I'm a software person, I'm a software developer, you understand. So if it's web development, I'm gonna give you a roadmap to web development, and also anything you want. So first of all, we have web development. So when you come to the IT field, we have web development, which is under software development. So we all generalize web development, app development under software development, you understand. So we have cybersecurity. So under cybersecurity, we have hackers, we have black hat hackers, and we have white hat hackers. So there's a lot to it. So under the software development for web development, so I'm going to start with web development. So if you want to become a web developer, it's pretty easy. So I tell people most of the times, get started with the basics. So we have HTML, we have language, couple of languages. For example, a good couple of languages we have HTML, we have CSS, we have JavaScript. So if you want to get started in web, you just start with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In fact, that's the basic beginning, you understand. So what's HTML? HTML is just simply hypertext markup language. In fact, HTML is very easy to learn. You could use 2 weeks basically to learn HTML. So it's pretty much easy. When I got started in programming, I think I used a weekend to finish my HTML course. Then the following week, I completed my CSS course. So it was so much easy for me, you understand. So it was kind of like I used 3 weeks to learn HTML and CSS. So for JavaScript, that one is pretty much kind of difficult, but not difficult. We use JavaScript to add functionalities to the website, you understand. So when you go to a website, they tell you something like login, you understand. So they tell you something like login. So when you the buttons you see, the UIs you see, the interior decorations you see in a website is known as the web design aspect of the website, the web building. But when you come to the web development, that's when you now start integrating things like APIs, you understand, real time communication and the rest of that. So we use JavaScript to perform all those tasks. So it's pretty much better for you to pick up HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for a start, you understand. So as time goes on, then from web development, I would advise, if you want to venture, if you want to become a full stack, if you want to venture fully into software development, after learning web, you should move into app development. So for app development, we have lots and tons of languages for that, but the most popular language and the best language I advise everyone to use when venturing into app development, I myself I use it a lot, is that. I don't know if you've heard of that language, programming language. So that we use that for Flutter. So we have what we call Flutter. You know, Flutter is a framework, you understand, for developing applications. So, and that is a programming language that we use to program multi-platform applications. You understand, multiple platform application. By that I mean multiple applications that could run in different operating systems. So it's not whereby you use a language like Kotlin, maybe like for your Android apps, then you now have to start from beginning again, and then using Swift to develop your iOS app. So take for instance, I want to make an application now that will take a picture of just my face, you understand. So I want to have this application on two platforms, Android, and I also want to have this application on iOS platform. So on the Android platform, I'll have to use a language called Kotlin, and then on the iOS platform I'll have to use a language called Swift. So you see, it's really time consuming, and it's gonna be like a lot of work, hectic for you understand, to keep up with. In fact, you might not keep up with this. And the most important thing also is, at the end of the day, like when developing this thing, you know, you also have to keep maintaining the website, maintaining the application, sorry. So in maintaining the application, you see, you always have to get back to the code, make changes, edit things, and it's going to be really difficult for you, like editing your Android version with another language and editing your iOS version with another language if it's called Swift. So it's much more better for you to use one language which integrates two platforms, multi-platforms, more than one. So you use Flutter and that to make applications, multi-platform applications. That is the advantage of it. So you could make iOS applications using Flutter and that, and you could also make Android applications using Flutter and that, and also you could also make watchOS applications and so many kinds of application using Flutter and that. So that's that. So when you want to venture into cybersecurity, because a lot of people I know like love this field, cybersecurity. I can see you, Mirror Clay. Good morning from here. Okay, hello Mirror Clay. Morning, how you doing? This is Coding Chairs, and nice having you on board here. So when you want to venture into cybersecurity, it's really a tough aspect of it's really a tough field in programming, you understand. But as a beginner, just let cybersecurity be. So I advise, as you go on, as you build, and as you develop yourself, like in knowledge of programming, you understand, as you develop yourself from an amateur, a beginner, an advanced, and also to a pro, it's better for you, like, just take a step, like take it step by step, gradually you get there, you understand. So and that's it. So we by the way, I have a platform in Telegram which I created recently, because I am coming up with plans. I'm making up plans for how, like, we're going to be having online lectures. So those online lectures, but right, I want to have online lectures with you guys, whereby I will get to teach you guys what I know, you understand, and we also get to interact with one another, because it's no more going to be behind the screens, you know, like me just hiding back there making posts in Coding Chairs. So I want to get to know you guys, and I also want you guys to get to know me, you understand. So we have to be mutual. So I want to share my knowledge with you guys, and then hear your feedbacks, then hear your problems, and know where I'm going to help you guys from. So we have a Telegram channel. I'm going to be dropping the link for the handle of the Telegram channel after this video in the page, so check out the page. So yeah, I stopped at cybersecurity. So you having a prior knowledge right now of web development, app development, wow, you're good to go, like you start as a software developer. Because also there are also tons of resources, and that question I do get most often is what resources can I use to get started? Because at times I know that it's difficult having funds, you understand, because some of us like are in countries that like it's not so easy for you guys like to get funds. But even without like having funds to get started, you could get started like learning programming. There are tons of resources out there, in as much as you have a stable network connection, you have a good device that's up and running, well, you can learn anything in programming, you understand. So I will refer you guys to some couple of resources that I learned from, and so a couple of resources that I'm sure they are good and they are trusted, so that you guys could use to learn. So number one on my list here, I have W3 Schools. You could use W3 Schools to learn. It's a very good platform. In fact, most of you guys should already familiar with W3 Schools. It's a very good platform. So we have Codecademy. So if you want to learn programming also, you could visit Codecademy, you understand. So after Codecademy, we have MDN Web Docs. It's also a good resource to learn web development. In fact, it's also a good resource to learn anything concerning programming, front end, back end to full stack web developer, you understand. And also if you want to learn web application development and application development, you understand. So we also have Udemy. So for that of Udemy, you know, you have to buy courses to learn. So, and most of the times the prices are so high when you get to Udemy. The prices are really high. I've experienced such. So what I normally tell some of my students, this is kind of like a little secret and tip. So if you want to buy a course, take for instance now, like I have a course I'm selling on Udemy for something like $24. So just give it, and let me say this is August 10th that you checked for the course, and the thing is $24. Just give it to the ending of the month, maybe like check back to 25th to the 31st of August, like within just the last week of the ending of the month. Just go back and check that course, the last week of the ending of the month. Then you see Udemy have they drop the price, you understand. So once they drop the price, so just act quick. So go there, like buy the course and get started, you understand. So I'm also seeing some persons. I see Stanley Raphael. Hello Stanley Raphael, nice to meet you, and nice to have you on board. And so yeah, that's it. So it's really easy. So let me summarize this. So the roadmap for you to becoming or to getting started in web development is: 1, have a good device. So having a good device doesn't necessarily mean you ought to have $1 billion laptop or $1 billion mobile device. No, you could use a little Android device of your choice to start. So you could also code with your mobile phone, you get. And having a good device, then having a stable network connection wherever you are, you understand, so that it could aid you to downloading resources if necessary, you understand, or maybe like learning them online, directly online, using some browsers like Chrome, you understand, Mozilla Firefox and the rest of that, you get. So having good resources like that. Then when you have those resources, then picking the right resource to learn any language of your choice. So you choose what language you decide, like what you love about programming. So if, take for instance, you love web designing and web development, so you choose web designing and web development. So you go to something like Chrome and browse like how to get started as a web designer and as a web developer, you understand. So definitely you see tips already, like thanks to the development in technology now. So we have like AIs out there, tons of AIs. You have ChatGPT that could do that for you. So you just give it the prompt, how to get started as a web developer or as a web designer. So it's going to give you like step-by-step guide. It's going to break it down for you. So you see the necessary languages you have to learn. Already I've mentioned some here. I mentioned HTML, I mentioned CSS, I mentioned JavaScript. Getting started as a beginner in web, you understand. So you could advance also like by learning Python, you understand, for when it comes to the back end. So you need HTML, CSS and JavaScript for the front end, and for the back end you need Python for the back end. Then becoming a full stack is when you combine everything together, your front end knowledge and your back end knowledge. By that, like you have to be integrating like database into your projects. Like take for instance now, building an e-commerce site. So you know, building an e-commerce site now, like doesn't it's not just the design aspect of it, you understand. So you have to do things like adding to carts, you know, removing from carts, ordering, you understand, making payments. So by that you see like you're now integrating API, things like API, working with your database. So already by then you're now a full stack web developer. So when you now want to venture into app development, I told you guys that we have a couple of languages for that. Like we have Swift, we have Kotlin, and we have Flutter and that. So we use Swift for iOS applications, to develop iOS applications, and we use Kotlin to develop Android applications. But I say that it's much more advisable to use only not just to use only Flutter, but I said I myself I make use of Flutter to develop applications, because Flutter is a cross-platform framework, and that's a cross-platform language used to develop like applications across different platforms like iOS, Android. So it's much easier for you to come back like and make changes to your code, and also the changes you made will reflect in your it's going to reflect in your iOS application and your Android application, you understand? So if you want to just learn Android development, go with Kotlin. If you want to just learn iOS development, go with Swift, you understand? So combination of you having a knowledge of at least a little or minimum like grounded knowledge of web development and app development, at least you're good enough like to already like start applying for jobs, you understand, and at least build your resume as a software developer. Then when you want to venture into cybersecurity and things like cybersecurity, like you also like take down the steps and the paths to learning that. So I think I have some questions here. For now, I'm just gonna focus on HTML. Hello Russell Olaires. For now, I'm just gonna focus on HTML. I'm trying to make my page online, but I don't know where I can host it for free when I don't have a laptop. Before I tried making HTML on my Android using any writer app. Okay, I'm gonna answer your test question first. So you said for now you're just gonna focus on HTML and you're trying to make your page, but you don't know where you can host online. So when it comes to hosting online, like we have free like hosting services for that. So number one here is GitHub. We have GitHub. So in GitHub, when you want to host a website online for free, because I'm speaking for free, I'm saying for free now. So when you want to host your website for free, we have what we call GitHub pages, you understand? So there's more to this, but I don't want this video to be so long, so just this is a tip. So just go and browse GitHub pages, how to host my website with GitHub pages. So GitHub pages is like kind of like a way in which like GitHub provided a means, or like a way in which GitHub provided like for you to be able to host your website online, you understand, without any payment of any such, maybe paid hosting or paid domain plans. No, it's for free, you understand? And immediately like you host it, just give it about 5 to 8 minutes, then your site is live, you understand? Your site is live. So I have tons of websites I've posted with GitHub pages. So there's also another one. There's another hosting platform, free, I think it's Free Web Host. So search for Free Web Host. You could also use Free Web Host to host your site online for free without any payment, you understand? And tons of them. So yeah, I also have someone, Legend. Yeah, Legend, I see you, Legend 1. So I think basically that's it. Yeah, thanks man. I think basically that's it. So in the next live session I'm gonna come, I want to discuss how to earn as a programmer, because you know many people sometimes ask me, hello coding, I'm a newbie, I just learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, can I use that to get work? Yes. Who said you can't get work? You could get work with even HTML alone, then couple the CSS, man, like you are good to go, you understand? But it's just that you'll be limited. So if you want to get employed, like or like you want to like start your job application, like having maybe just those 3 knowledges of those languages, then you'll be searching for job applications that has to do with front-end development, front-end web development, you understand? So for the back end, you need Python, but don't worry, like in our next live session I'm gonna like go deep, I'm gonna really dive deep into this, and I'm gonna explain everything for you guys. So well, once again, thanks for having you guys on board, and once again I really want to appreciate you guys. So the community here is really great. I appreciate you guys a lot, and we're doing so much like for ourselves, you know. Already we're in 20k followers here on Facebook. So as I said, we also have a community there in Telegram. So I want to grow that community in Telegram. At least if we have like a good number of followers there, a good number of like followers who are on the channel there, if up to like 1,000 subscribers is something good. So I want to build that community, so that community will kind of be like a community whereby we interact one-on-one. Like interaction, I mean like it's like I share my knowledge with you guys, like with what I know. So I come, I teach, You understand? So if there's any question you have, you report to me, like we communicate like one-on-one. You understand? So it's no more gonna be behind the screens. Like, no, I want to be coming like live like this for you guys to know that, yeah, I'm real, like this is me. You understand? So I'm not hiding from anyone, or I'm not like doing anything that, or I'm not gonna tell you guys like something that's not gonna help you guys. No, I'm growing and I want to grow my community. I want to grow with you guys. So I really thank you guys a lot for the support, and yeah, I really love you guys. And so see you guys next time. Well, Russell Olaires, yeah, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome. So it's really nice having you guys on board, and hope I did answer your question, Russell. And see you next time live. So bye from Coding Chess. Yeah.